I can't even hardly close this drawer. And the funny thing is, I can't even remember the last time I wore a false lash. It's been a very long time, but we're gonna tackle it. Can you even believe that all of that was in that drawer? And you might be seeing this and saying, if you don't ever wear lashes, why in the world do you have so many? Or you might be thinking, even if you do wear lashes all the time, why do you have so many? I used to wear lashes all the time, and I was on the hunt for the perfect pair, and that meant shopping around. Then I also do people's makeup, so I have to have options for different eye shapes. However, we are going to pare this down significantly. Let's go. I'm going to start with the glue situation I have. I have this little container with all of my eyelash glues. I do have one on my vanity. This is the NYX 2-in-1 liner and lash adhesive. I know I used it once, but I don't remember what I thought of it. I'm going to keep it. This is from AOA, the strip lash adhesive. It's actually a really good alternative to like the Duo lash glue, and it's clear just like the Duo. I'm going to keep that one. I will say this one takes a little longer to dry in my opinion, but other than that, it's great. I'm going to throw this one away because I never used the dark tone glue, and I never used this tube style anyways. The Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive is my favorite, the clear with aloe. Let me see if this one's still good. Yes, this one's still good. And I'll tell you how you know if it's not. Like the other one. See how the glue is all over it and it'll probably be very hard to open? Yeah, I can barely even get this one opened. That's when it's time to throw it away, when it gets all crusty like that. Duo lash glue. This one is also kind of crusty, but I don't think this one's as old as that. Yeah, I think this one's still okay. Lash glue is just a messy product, but as you can see, it's still going to perform. So I'm going to keep it for now. And there you go. It bubbles up. That's what happens. When you push this back in, it bubbles up and it creates all of that. But anyway, those are my newest lash glues that I'm going to keep. My favorite style for me personally is the NYX Jumbo Lash and Fringe Glam. This is what they look like. I do have to trim them to make them fit my eye shape, but once I do, this is what it looks like. These have been used one time, but you can use them over and over again. And what I do is I keep what I trim just in case I need it for any reason. So all the pieces that I have trimmed are still in there, but for me personally, that's the length that I need. I love this lash on me. It looks so good. So I'm going to keep those. Another classic is the Ardell Demi Wispies. I'm going to keep these. These are from Amazon, and I'm going to keep them to use on other people. They're not my favorite for me, but just in case, I'll keep them because you never know what is going to look good on someone else's eye shape. So I like to keep options, and I know it's pretty big, but I can lay this flat in the drawer and it'll be fine. I'm going to go ahead and keep those because I do like a very thin band just like that. These are from Shop Miss A, the Cara Beauty 415s, and you can see they have that super tiny lash band. I have a couple of these. I like these. They're a little long, but I can make them work when I trim them. But for my eye shape, they're just a little bit too long. I'm going to keep a couple of those. Whatever this is, I'm going to throw away. And then this one, 606, I don't imagine that's going to look very natural, but you never know until you try it on. Sometimes you might look at a lash and think there's no way, and it actually ends up looking beautiful. So I might keep this just to see. But this one I'm going to toss. This was a free gift from Natasha Denona in the style Daisy. I definitely want to try them out. They look nice. So I'm going to keep those. I've got a lot of these faux mink lashes from Shop Miss A. I found a style that I really liked, and they took it off of the website. I just cannot, for the life of me, think of what the name was. But anyway, Melissa is not it. I don't like how thick this band is, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter those. Same with this one. That is also Melissa, but it's completely different from the one I just showed you. These are both 1608 Melissa. They do not look the same. That is way more spidery. No, they're not the same. But anyway, I'm going to get rid of those. And then we have Jackie, which is way too long. That is going to be touching my eyebrow. So that's a giveaway. And then Carlene, same thing. That would be touching my brows as well. So long. All right, these are the Cala Premium Lashes, and they're both in the style 43. Same thing. I love the band, but these look very, very long. I might keep one of them to see if somebody that I do their makeup could wear that, but I don't know. Those look super duper long. These are the Cara Beauty S1, and these are a very natural lash, so I'm going to keep those for somebody that doesn't really want much lash at all. That's the S1 that I've used, and I'm going to throw it away because I really don't see myself wearing it. This is the 43 that I tried to use on myself, and now that it's open, I can show you what this looks like. All right, so this is the style 43. See how the band is almost non-existent? I love that. These hairs are just a smidge too long for me to look natural. Look how you can just maneuver carefully, and it forms to your eye shape really well. I am going to keep at least one for other people. Here's another one, 43. I'm going to give that away. This is new to me, the Lunar Beauty Day to Night lashes, and the day side has the band that I like, but it looks like the night side's a little bit thicker of a band. I'm not sure how I'm going to like that, but I will try these out. I'm going to do a Lunar Beauty video soon, and I'm going to use those. This is the S9. Looks way more full. I got two of them. I might keep one and get rid of one. This is the 606 again. We'll do the same thing. Keep one, give one. More 43s. This, I think, yes, this I cut from this because I was going to take these to do a client, and I felt like instead of taking this whole strip, I could just cut some off. So that's what that is. But I'm going to keep those. I really do like them. Okay, these are the AOA Studios in Emma. I really like these. They don't look super natural on me where they have that gap, but I did like them, so I'm going to keep those. Another 43. Wow, I must have just thought I was going to love those. All right, we have Marilyn. Those look decent. There's a huge gap in this one for some reason. I've got two of them, and this one kind of looks wonky too on this side, so I might keep these and use this side and this side. I don't know. I want to see what they look like. I don't want to throw them out until I know. And this one's Olivia. Again, they just don't look the same. Whoever's making these, they need to make sure they both look the same. But anyway, I don't know what this one looks like. It looks like it might be a little long, especially in the center there, those hairs. So I'm going to gift those. I've got these two from Nikia Joy Cosmetics, and I'm pretty sure the same style. Yeah, these are both called Lauren, and they look very, very natural. So I can't wait to try these out. I got the 421s and the 422s to see what they look like on a bride. I'm not a big fan of them. I'm going to get rid of these. These I'm going to go ahead and get rid of. They're super natural, but I tried them and I didn't like them on me. And I've got plenty that I'm keeping, so I'm going to gift these. These I have tried. I can't remember the brand of these, but like maybe Salon Perfect. That's what I'm thinking. But anyway, I'm going to try those again and see what I think. The band's a little bit big for me, but we might be able to make it work. We'll see. These are from Lily Lashes, and they're a magnetic lash, and I hate them. I've tried every which way to make them work, and they were not cheap. But I do not like them. I'm going to get rid of them. This one is the style Lil Cutie. And you can see, like, I've played with them. There's mascara and stuff on them. I've tried to make these work. And the concept is you take the tweezers and grab this little magnet, and you'll put this magnet underneath to lock this in. And I just could not get these to work, and it took forever. I'm going to get rid of these. And then we have one more. This one's Carlene. I'm going to get rid of this one. These are my little eye tapes from Shop Miss A that I absolutely love. And then this was when I purchased a Dior foundation. They just sent this little sack and I kept it just because. If I'm going to put lashes in my makeup bag, I can put them in here and then put them in my makeup bag, and it's just so cute. So, all right, that's really good. We got rid of a lot of lashes. You know what? I'm going to get rid of this and just keep the 2 that I cut off because I've got so many. It'd be different if I was booked solid with clients to do makeup. I'm not. So I'm going to get rid of these, and I'm going to see if a girl that I work with will want them because she does a lot of makeup. And then I'll keep what I'm keeping. There's no way this is all going to fit in this little container, but I'm going to try to fit as many as I can in there. So that way I can just sit the container in the drawer and then just have to put these beside it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll show you the after in just a second. All right, that looks so much better. I'm happy with that. Now let's move on to the final drawer, which is my brows. You'll notice that there is some other stuff like eye primer, but I call this my brow drawer. This is everything from my brow and eye primer drawer. We're going to just dive right on in. Let's get into it. All right off the bat, there's some stuff that's just kind of mixed in with the brow stuff, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick out all the eye primers. This one's the Pat McGrath Intensifies Long Wear Primer. This one's just okay to me. It doesn't give any coverage or anything, but it's a nice smoothing eye primer. So if you're looking for one that doesn't provide coverage, but it will smooth out your texture, this one's really nice for that. I'm going to keep that one. The ABH eye primer, I really like this one. This one's a mini. It's like $13, I believe, and this one's a very good eye primer to use under cool tone eyeshadows, I find, because this one is very brightening on me, and I feel it makes cool tone shadows pop even better. So I like to use this one specifically when I'm using cool tone eyeshadows. We've got several of these from Shop Miss A. The Soft Base Nude Eye Primer, that's the new packaging, and this is the old packaging. So if you're on their website looking for this, it's now in this. And since this is the newest one, that's the one I'm going to keep. But let me show you what the old one looked like. It's probably still okay, but I just want to show you. It's got this nude color, but when it blends out, it just blends into your skin tone, and it provides a little bit of pigment to cover your veins. I love this primer. I'm going to throw the 2 away and keep the new one. And then the Milani eyeshadow primer. This is not a absolute favorite of mine out of my collection, but from the drugstore, I would say this is a very good option. It does have a hint of coverage, but just not as much as I prefer. So just keep that in mind if that's what's important to you too. This one is a good drugstore option. It's just not my favorite. Right now, my favorite is the Urban Decay eyeshadow potion in Eden. I've been loving this one. It gives a very good nude base, and I love it. So I'm going to put that in. This one I'm going to declutter, the Morphe eyelid primer. I've had it for a very long time, and it's a good option. It's got that nude color to it as well. I'm trying to squeeze some out for you so you can see it, but this one's just really old and I need to get rid of it, but it has very light pigment. It's very similar to the Milani, in my opinion. Another favorite is the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist eye primer. This has been a favorite for a very long time, and this is my backup, but I just recently finished the other one, so now it's time to open this one up and have it ready to go. So this is the eye primer from Rare Beauty. Love her. I have my MAC paint pot in soft ochre. This one's a classic. I will always have this in my collection. It's such a good eye primer. So good. I have the Glow Base, which is a shimmer eye primer. So essentially this is going to give the tint that the nude gives, but it has shimmer in it. So what they're trying to get at is you could use this on your lid and then put your shimmers on top of it, and it'll kind of help your shimmers pop a little bit. So that's the intent with that one, and I do like it. I don't reach for it a lot, but I want to keep it. And then this one is the Tacky Base Glitter Eye Primer. It will work, but it's nowhere near as good as my NYX Glitter Glue. The NYX Glitter Glue is just so good. This one, I'm trying to blend it and see if it'll get tacky. It gets a little bit tacky, but I find it's so runny and it takes forever for it to actually dry down. That becomes kind of like an issue when you're doing your makeup. You want it to dry down quickly so you can move on. I will say it does give a tack, but it's not my favorite, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. This one's newer. It's called the AOA Shadow Stay Eyeshadow Primer. I just got this one in my last Shop Miss A haul. I don't think I even used it. So I want to try this out. I like it has a little tint to it. And then I did use this. This is the Inner Self Eye Primer, and it's from AOA Studios. And it has a doe foot, and it has pigment to it, and I actually really liked how it looked. And I'm going to keep it. I got rid of 4 eye primers. That's good. Let's move on to the brows. I just wanted to show you, I'm going to put my NYX glitter primer in here. Since it's in my top drawer, it's easy to get to. I'm going to try to put everything up so it's not on my vanity. I'm just so sick of all the clutter. So I'm going to put that right in there. And then we'll move on to brows. And now I have an extra container for something else. Let's just start here. This is the Brow Trio. I used to be so obsessed with this. I haven't used it in quite a while. And the sponge tip that comes with it broke. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this away, unfortunately. But I really did enjoy the product. And I'd say if you have sparse brows, try this out. The Brow Trio. It wasn't bad at all. And I use the shade Soft Brown. So if you look back on some of my old videos, you might see this. Let's start with brow gels. I've got the Rare Beauty, of course. I always use this, so I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to declutter this. This is a gel liner from Shop Miss A. It was like this beautiful metallic copper, like rose penny shade. I loved it, but it's old and it's time for it to go, and it shouldn't even be in this drawer. This I'm going to declutter, the Hold My Brow brow soap. I just never got into brow soaps. I tried, just could not get into it. There's another one of those little, oh, this is the Wonder Brow, but it's so old that it's like dry as a desert in there. I'm gonna go. This is a backup of my Rare Beauty brow gel. I always keep a backup ready to go, locked and loaded. All right, so my brow gels, some of them are really big, so I'm going to have to put brow gels in a bigger container. I like having pencils in this long one, so I might put brow gels in this. All right, I wiped out my container. Let's start adding all these brow gels. First of all, this one's a new one that I'm going to try out soon, the brow glue from Ardell. And then this was in the Lunar New Year bag from Sephora, the clear brow gel. We'll try it. I'm going to declutter this brow gel. It's from Shop Miss A, and it's so dark. I would never use this color, and yeah, it's going to go in the declutter pile. I have the Fluff Up Brow Wax from Benefit. This is still good. This is what the product looks like. I'm going to continue to use it. It's not a favorite, but it's not bad. And then the 24-hour brow setter. Let's see if this one's still good. It appears to be. So we'll keep that. The Anastasia Beverly Hills. This one, the Brow Freeze Gel. I cannot get this one to work really well. It takes forever to dry down, and it's just not that good for me. I don't know. People seem to love it, but to me, it's just, eh. The Too Faced Fluff and Hold Brow Wax. I really like this one. And it has, let me show you, this like long spoolie, which is like, okay, it's not the best in the world, but you have a comb and a brush on this side when you pull up on the cap, and when you twist is when you can open the product. So it's really nice. I like it. I'm gonna put my Rare Beauty back there. All right, these are from NYX. They're the Thickening Brow Mascaras. I have this one I got first, brunette, and it's just way too warm. I'll show you what it looks like. It's just a warm brown brow gel, but they call it a thickening mascara. I'm going to declutter the brunette, and I will keep the ash brown, which I don't use this very often. Yeah, I'm not going to use that. I don't like it. I think it looks goopy, and I don't want to use this. So I'm going to declutter it. I never really cared for it that much, so we're going to go ahead and let it go. The NYX Control Freak Brow Gel. This is a clear brow gel, and it's in a large mascara wand. I don't reach for this enough, but I'm going to keep it just in case. And, you know, I like to have drugstore options, so we're going to keep it. This is new from Shop Miss A, the Lash and Brow Clear Mascara. And the reason I purchased this, I thought it would be good for whenever I first do my lash lift. Because when I do my lash lift, I don't even really technically need mascara. So I could just use a little bit of clear to help brush them in place. So I might use that for that purpose here soon. My Rare Beauty has to be on top so I can reach it easily because I use it every day. This is the Gimme Brow from Benefit, and it's very similar to the NYX Thick It Stick It that I was just showing you. But this one, where it has such a fine tip, I can get on better with this, and I'm just going to keep it and use it up. I like this a lot better than the NYX. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. This was like a eyebrow powder kit with wax from Shop Miss A. I'm going to just declutter that. This is the ABH Brow Freeze Styling Wax. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. Sometimes I do use it, and it works. It's not my favorite, but it works. I have another Gimme Brow. Oh, this one's old. It was a sample. I'm going to declutter that. The NYX Brow Glue. I'm not a huge fan of this one. I think it leaves a little bit of a residue, and yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one. Okay, I think I got all my gels out of here, and I do have one brow powder from ABH. I'll just stick it back there with the Brow Freeze. This one's medium brown. I'm not a huge brow powder person, but I like to have my options, so it's there if I need it. I'm going to put the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen in brunette back here. I've got the Precisely My Brow Duo. This is just the mini that came with this duo. It was like a gift set, so it's the shade 3. I can wear shade 3, but 3.5 is my better match, but I'm going to keep this. We'll just put it right there for now. This is Precisely My Brow, also in shade 3, brand new. These are the micro filling pens from Benefit, the old ones. So they just recently came out with new ones. I'm glad they did because these sucked. Like, they were terrible. Very stiff, and like as soon as you would see how it just clumps them all together, that was very rare. You very rarely got a good, I don't know, these just were not that good. I bought them in the shade medium brown, and I don't know, I just wasn't a fan of them. I'm glad they came out with new ones. So that I'm going to, I don't know, I mean, it worked. Should I try it again and see? I mean, it's old, but it's working. Should I try it again? I should. Okay, brow pen. This is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit, and it's got a spoolie on one side and then this triangle tip on the other. Not my favorite, but I can make it work, so we're going to keep it. The Maybelline Build-A-Brow, I love this. I just don't like this shade. I need to get a new shade of this. This one's in medium brown, and let me just show you. Medium brown in Benefit versus medium brown in Maybelline. See how warm that is? I can't make it work. I'm going to keep it for other people, and I do like the little brow gel and everything, but I cannot make this color work for me. It's too warm. Another NYX Lift and Snatch in the shade Brunette. Let's see if this one's good, because I have so many of them. seems to work pretty well. Can you see the difference in tone? Look here. This is the brunette shade from NYX. See how it's darker? We're going to keep that. This is from IT Cosmetics. It's the Brow Power, and it's a universal taupey color, but I never use it. I'm going to get rid of it. I like this one from Too Faced. It's the Super Fine Brow Detailer, and I bought the shade Soft Brown. Let me see what the shade looks like, because I remember not loving the shade. It's neutral, but it's light. I might be able to make it work. Would have to test it again, but yeah, I'll keep it and keep testing it and see what we think. There's another IT Cosmetics Brow Power, and I just don't agree. Look at this. This is not a universal shade, in my opinion. It's neutral, don't get me wrong, but that's not going to work on everybody. Right? Am I crazy? And I don't like how thick this is, so I'm going to get rid of it. This one's from Shop Miss A, the brow definer, the dual brow definer. You got a slim side and a thick side, and the shade is medium brown. I love how slim this is. Absolutely love how slim. You can make really good hair-like strokes. The formula is not the best, and it is a little on the warm side, but I'm going to keep it for my Shop Miss A videos. This one's from ABH. It's the medium brown shade in her brow definer. This needs to be thrown away. It's so old. I need to toss it. Another one. This is a sample size. Like, this was a gift. The IT Brow Power. This one's new. It's never been used, but look at this. It has like this weird residue that forms on it, and you have to warm it up in order to get it to come off. I don't know. Like I said, this is new. This was just in a sample bag. I'll keep it just in case I need to use it on someone, because it is a neutral shade. I give them that. But Benefit Precisely My Brow in 3.5. This one has maybe one more use in it. I'm not even, like, it's not even worth it. But that's the shade 3.5 that I love. And as you can see, it's very similar to the one from IT Cosmetics, but I just love the tip of this better and the formula. But that one's gone. We'll throw it out. Another Lift and Snatch in the shade Brunette. Let's see if she still works. This one's starting to get a little, well, no. These last so long, you guys. They last forever. The Brow Microfilling Pen from Benefit again. I mean, it works, but I don't need it. I'm going to get rid of this one. I'll keep one, get rid of one. The Sculpting Brow Pencil from AOA Studios. This is like a brow detailer from ABH, but I don't need it. I don't really care for it. That's the shade right there, and it's a little too warm. And it's supposed to be medium brown. Here's another ABH brow definer, but this was a gift, like a sample, and like a deluxe sample, and I've never used it. And this has that same color to it, so I feel like that's just kind of common with brow products if you don't use them as much as you should. But anyway, I'll keep it because it is new. I never used it. This is from Rare Beauty, the Brow Harmony in Cool Brown. And you have this side, which is okay. Let me show you. I can make it work, but it's super dark, so I have to be very careful with it. And then this side is the brow gel. I actually like this. I like the brow gel. Just if I'm trying to hurry up and throw some pigment in my brows, I can brush this in. But like I said, the shade is super dark. I have to be very careful with it. Let me show you how it looks if you do a very fine stroke. But even a fine stroke's hard with this pencil. See what I mean? Like, it's hard to do a hair-like stroke, so. I'm going to keep it to use on other people, and like, it's not old, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it, but it doesn't work perfectly for me. This is a shade 3 sample of the Benefit Precisely My Brow. I'm going to keep it because I love this product and I'll use it. This is the Slim Brow from AOA Studios in medium brown. This is a dupe, in my opinion, for the NYX brow pencil, like the micro brow. It's very, very similar. I'm going to keep it just in case the other brow product from Shop Miss A doesn't work. These are probably the oldest brow products in my collection. I have a Wet n Wild. That's an eyeliner. It's just like a warm brown eyeliner. I'll never use that, so I'm going to get rid of that. And Prestige Ultimate Brow Definer. Blondie is the shade. And I don't even... Is Prestige the brand? I don't know. Anyway, this is not it. I'm not a blondie anymore. I never was that blonde in my brows to begin with. And then the Revlon Brow Pencil in Soft Brown. Again, it's just one of the... Oh, that's cool. Just broke off. I was at least going to try to be helpful and show you the shade, but it completely broke. I feel like I got a little bit of a swatch there. The ABH Brow Wiz in medium brown, which is just like her brow definer, but very small, like the Precisely My Brow Pencil. And medium brown in ABH is the best option for me. And there's still quite a bit left, so I'm going to go ahead and use this up. I enjoy this very much. I could probably stick them all right here and just have one. This one's a little bit weird, but I can go like that. And I can just have one container for brow products. That would be so much better. Yes. And then these are the newest ones. The shade Brunette in the NYX Lift and Snatch that I use every day. The new one from iMethod that I'm going to try out. And the new one from NYX, the Blade and Shade. These are going to go right on top. And we will try them out soon. This spoolie I'm just going to toss out. These are new spoolies that I'm going to keep. And we'll just pop them right there. And then this I can throw away. It's just an old applicator of some sort. Oh, I have another goof-proof brow pencil. I forgot. That's everything that we're keeping. I am so proud of myself. And here we are with 2 more containers that I can use. I'm slightly obsessed with how this drawer turned out. I had room for my Glossier pencil sharpener, my Visine, and it just looks so much better.